Okay, so this could be part two to what if Shinra was a fire dragon slayer? So let's get into it.
Running up and coming, ain't nothing, yeah, rookie of the year, I'ma keep it 100, cold-blooded, no budget, from nothing to something, I ain't bluffing, I got a full hand, and a full plan, I ain't gonna stop till I'm at the top, man, every single drop got me feeling awesome, I'm about to pop, started from the bottom, yeah, I wanna live, I'm cold inside, give all I have just to feel alive. I fight to live, I fight to strive. One day I'll have what I want in life.
So where I last left off, it was Shinra just defeated the infernal that was at the not the fire station, the train station. So let's continue. So Shinra would arrive at the company eight's fire station, and he would meet the captain, or like he would meet the captain, and then he would get introduced to everyone else, Maki, sister, Lily, the lieutenant, everyone that was there, and the captain would start um he would start explaining how infernos came to be and how people over time were able to control able to use fire and all that, and the captain would also ask Shinra that if he's a third generation, and Shinra would say yeah, I am, hiding the fact that he isn't, and he was taught fire magic by a dragon. So so the captain would say yeah, I figured as much because you were eating fire when you were fighting against the infernal. Shinra would say yeah, that's something I can do, and he would ask if you eat fire, does that mean that you can use the fire that you ate? And Shinra says yeah, but I don't, I can eat fire, but I don't have, it doesn't limit. So basically he would just say that he can eat fire, it would make him stronger and all that. So yeah. So the captain would say oh, that's pretty cool. So he would talk for a little bit with the captain, then he would move on to the lieutenant, and then he would start talking with Maki and sister Lily about random stuff. So it's later in the day, Shinra, he's laying in bed, and then the fire alarm would start going off. Then Maki would burst into Shinra's room and tell him that to get suited up because there's an infernal. And so Shinra would get up. He would rush with Maki to get changed and all that, and everyone would get into the company 8's vehicle, and they would arrive at the scene. So when they get there, they see a giant building on fire, and they would walk in, and the inside is completely filled with fire, and the captain would say be careful, we don't know if the infernal is still here. And that's when the infernal would jump out of nowhere and start attacking them. The infernal would go for Shinra, and it would land a solid hit on Shinra, and he would get knocked back, but he would get back up and he would jump towards the infernal. The infernal would jump towards him as well, and they would collide. Shinra is shooting fire. He's saying fire dragon roar and all that, just using all the spells. And they're kind of the company 8 is kind of confused but they just shrug it off, thinking that he just named all of his attacks. So Shinra continues to fight the infernal. The captain will start firing his gun, or he starts shooting at the infernal, and yeah, they're all working together. And I want to say the infernal would kick him Shinra in the face, but then Shinra would grab the infernal's leg and throw it like across the building. The infernal would like would struggle like to get up, but then as like the infernal would like look up, it would see Shinra like flying towards it, and Shinra would do the whole thing as in canon, and Sister Lily was praying, so Shinra would like fly towards the infernal and like shoot fire into the infernal's chest, and like then the infernal would like Shinra would burst a hole in the infernal, and the infernal would die. Then Sister Lily would like finish the prayer and all that. So then Shinra would like once he like killed the infernal or put it to rest, like Shinra would just eat like the fire that was in the building, and he would say like, "Huh, that was nice." And Maki would say like, "I didn't know you can eat that much." And Shinra would say like, "I don't have a limit when it comes to eating fire." And she would also ask like, how does the fire taste like? And Shinra would say like, "I don't know. It just tastes like it just tastes like meat to me." And like really good meat. And she would say like, "Oh, really? Like I never thought that fire would like taste like meat." And Shinra would say like, "Yeah, it's kind of weird." But then they would arrive, like they would be outside, and then the man would say like, "Is like my wife okay?" and all that. And the captain would say like, or not the captain, Shinra would say that we put your wife to rest, and she is she is no longer suffering and all that. And the man would like thank Shinra, like he's like on his knees, and he's like crying, and he's saying like, thank you for putting my wife out of her misery and all that. And everyone that was there, like they start cheering for Shinra, and Shinra smiles like genuinely, like he does a smile, not like his grin. So Company 8 would leave, and I was yeah, like they would leave, and it would be the next morning. So the next morning, Shinra, like he walks out of his room, like to go eat breakfast, and then he would see someone like in the hallway, and like he doesn't recognize them, but he just sees someone, and he would say like, "Hey, like what are you doing here? And like, who are you?" And he would say like, "My name is Arthur, and I was assigned to this company." And Shinra would say like, "Oh, so you're the new recruit? So you're a new recruit?" And Arthur would say, "Yeah, I am." And Arthur would say like, "I was looking for the captain." And Shinra would like say like, "Oh, follow me. I'll take you to him." So they would arrive at the office, and Shinra would say like, "Good morning, sir," like, "Good morning, captain." And he would say like, "Were you expecting a new recruit?" And the captain would say, "Oh yes, Arthur, was it?" And Arthur would say like, "Yeah," like, and he would say like, "Yeah, I am." So like the captain would say like, "Go on, Shinra, you go have breakfast, I'll take care of him." And Shinra would say like, "Okay, sir." So he would walk off and like eat breakfast. And Shinra, like, I would say like after eating breakfast, like he would go back to his room for a bit, and like it's like the middle of the day. I would say like no like infernals have happened so far, like no infernal attacks. So like Shinra decides to go like visit Igneo because he hasn't been there in a little bit. So Shinra would have to make up an excuse to like leave the fire station, and like he just says that I don't know, he just makes up a reason. I just can't think of one right now. He just makes up a reason, so like the captain would let him go, and Shinra would run like across the city, or not across the city. Yeah, basically, yeah. across this he would go across the city and into the forest, and then he would then he would start like sniffing for like Igneo, which is kind of weird. But like he does, like he's then he would pick up on Igneo's scent, and he would say like, "There you are, Igneo," and he would run towards like where Igneo lives in like that cave that he was in, and Igneo would say like, "Oh, Shinra, like you're like where like how have you been?" And like you can't, and Shinra would say like, "Yeah, I'm fine, but like how are you doing? Like, are you okay?" And Igneo would say like, "Yeah, I've been doing okay. How about you?" Shinra would say like, "Yeah, I'm good too." So Igneo would ask like, how's like how is it like working for the fire force? And Shinra would say like, "It's pretty cool. I just like I already encountered my first, or I've encountered two infernals already." And Igneo would say like, "You already counted two infernals? Dang." And Shinra would say like, "Yeah, one was at the train station, and then the other was like yesterday in a like in a building." So Igneo would say like, "Huh? So how like do you like it there?" And Shinra would say like, "Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like we just got a new recruit. He he seems pretty nice." And Igneo would say like, "Huh, okay. So like, did you decide to visit me?" And Shinra would say like, "Yeah, I just wanted to let you know because I didn't come back like last night." And Igneo would say like, "Yeah, I was actually waiting for you. Like, are you still gonna stay here with me?" And Shinra would say like, "No, not like when I joined the company 8, they actually gave me a place to stay, so I'm actually gonna live in it live at the fire station." So Igneo said like, "Huh, okay, that's fine. So is there any particular reason you decided to show up?" And um Shinra would say like, "No, nothing. I just wanted to see how you're doing." And Igneo would say like, "Well, I'm doing just fine." So they continued talking for a little bit. Then Shinra would run off, and he would say like, "I'll come visit you some other time, Igneo." And Igneo would say like, "Yeah, I'll see you later." So Shinra would run off, and as he got to like the fire like at the fire station, like it's like dusk right now. No, like sunset. Yeah, the sun's setting right now. And then like as he like walked through the door, like like the alarm would start going off, and the captain would say like, "Oh, Shinra, you made it just in time. Suit up. Like there's an infernal now. Like we got another infernal." Shinra would say like, "Oh, okay." So he would suit up, and they would arrive at the scene, and it's like there's a girl like covered in a blanket, and there's like regular, not regular, like I guess other firemen like at the house like that's being burned down, and they're just putting out the fire and all that. So um so the captain would go up to the girl, and he would ask like, what's the matter and all that. And the girl would say that, like in tears, like she would say that her dad turned into an infernal. And the captain would say, "Okay, like we'll take care of him, we'll put him in arrest." And she's just like sitting there crying, and he would signal to company 8 to like get inside the house, like to see, like to investigate. So like they would walk into the house, and then they would see like the infernal just sitting there like in cannon, just not doing anything. And the captain would say that, "All right, everyone, I'll take care of this." Then Arthur would say like, "No, no, I'll take this one, Captain." And the captain would say like, "Are you sure?" Arthur would say like, "Yeah, I can take care of this one." So Arthur would walk up towards the infernal, and he would say that you will no longer be in pain and all that. So like he would pull out his like handle. I don't even know what it's called, but he just like pulls out his weapon and then his lightsaber would come out. Yeah, I'll just call it his lightsaber. I don't even know what it is actually called, but it's basically a lightsaber. So he uses it to um to like his lightsaber basically just goes through the infernal, like in canon, and the infernal would like die and all that. So so they like so everyone is kind of sad, and then Captain will like look around, and he would also like he would see like the picture of the family, and then he would put it face down like in canon, and he would say like, all right, everyone, let's move out. And then like they would hear like rumbling on the top of the building, and like the floor would start coming, like, the roof would start coming down, and Shinra would tell like Captain, and then he would like move out, like he would push the Captain out of the way, and then he would like rubble would start like falling on Shinra, and like everyone would just start screaming like, Shinra, like, are you okay, are you okay? And Shinra would say like, yeah, I'm fine, nothing too, like, it doesn't really hurt, nothing, yeah. So like Shinra would get back up, and they would like he's like not burned, kind of like charred, I guess. Like his clothes are like charred and all that. So they would like return back outside, and then the the girl like that was outside would like get up and run towards it, like to the Captain, and she would say like, is my dad okay? And the Captain would say like, yeah, your father fought hard, and we put him to rest, so he won't suffer anymore. And she's just like crying, and she's like saying thank you and all that. So like Company 8 would leave the scene. Then like they would return back to the station and all that. And yeah. So I'm gonna end it off here. I hope you guys like this part. Subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.